First opened back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New Orleans Saints. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. They start the drive with Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They run the counter with Cook, and he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 23. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Cook up the...
Who's your favorite team?
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
Let's go. Nice job.
I appreciate it.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And Hill will opt for the touchback.
Okay, let's see what he's going to run. Gotta get a feel for him.
1st and 10. It's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. The Bucs and Saints expected to possibly be the two to slug it out for the NFC South title in 2022. The Saints have had the Bucs number pretty much since the arrival of Tom Brady, at least in the regular season. They're 4-0 against Tampa Bay the last 2 seasons in the regular season. But remember, when Tampa won the Super Bowl, they did defeat New Orleans en route to that title. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
On 3rd down, Wilson. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I know at the end of the games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost the game. This seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that 1st down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. The Saints had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Offense was moving a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Gosh, I'm not going to get one like that again.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing is Wilson. Justin Jefferson bringing in the slant. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 31-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a 1st down.
I'm trying.
Now it's Wilson. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc. 2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Dante Hightower on the stop. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Now Wilson. Quick slant to Brown. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
I knew the play.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
These guys kill me when they do this crap.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back.
Quick slam. Quick slam.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson.
Go.
Touchdown, Saints.
Called it.
Adam Thielen.
Called the snap.
Touchdown number 60. And the Saints are an extra point away from evening this one up. Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, his talent is a problem for any opponents in the field, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on it. It'll come out to the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally. Games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Second down, they go right back to Cook. They'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28. We talked about the former specifically linebackers keeping your eyes in the right spot. He had that eye going the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they go misdirection now. They're trying to fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play. Respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down.
Seems like a good game.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away.
Decent. Play the right way.
A punt of 46, a return of 5. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10.
This pick. Know the plays. Boy, just trying to execute.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up third and about 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Wilson. Flushed out right. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 4th down. Running for it, Montgomery. And
Let's
this
go,
is going to be
baby.
nowhere close.
Let's go, baby.
Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out.
Benito right
and the
there,
Bucs
man.
are going to take over
Sign
with
him
excellent
off.
field
Sign
position
him
to
off the
boot.
bench.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Cook. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Throwing is Hurts. Dancing to his left. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
A give. This is Cook. Oh, able to avoid him. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 69 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They run again on 1st down. Cook. And he's 2-yard line. They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets him down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
On 2nd and goal. Hurts. They'll roll him out right. Batted away and incomplete. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports.
You gotta put that ball where it belongs. You gotta put that ball where it belongs.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Dalvin Cook, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead. So he's had a nose for the end zone here in the early part of the season. 2 touchdowns for him now in this one to go along with the one he had in the opener as well.
Yeah, he certainly finds where the goal line is and finds a way to get across it. But you know who else senses it? The guys that block for him. Because he has that instinct, I think they hold their blocks just a little bit longer.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Hill going to think better of bringing this one out, and the drive will start at the 25.
Can't do that.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side. And he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Ready?
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Eluding the pressure right. It's complete to Cook. Touchdown. Dalvin Cook on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Buccaneers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. extra point try good by Gano. And it's now 21-7.
Stay calm. Stay calm. Still got a whole half to go.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Hill going to sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football. And make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Fresh legs in. Formation.
On second down, Montgomery. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Good D. Good D.
Here's Wilson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick.
Let's go, sir. Let's go, sir.
Let's
go, sir. Let's go, sir. Come on, man.
That bumps us up to a 3-possession game here, and only in the second quarter, Charles. They're trying to put this game out of reach before we even hit the locker rooms for intermission.
What's even tougher is making up 3 possessions against a defense that can make impact plays like this. They don't have this game wrapped up quite yet.
So let's come back in 03 again.
1 to the house. I think it's fair to say they're headed in the right direction.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And Hill will opt for the touchback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Here's Wilson to throw. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
He didn't like what he saw downfield, decided his best course of action was to take off and run. And that ended up being a gamble that did not pay off for him. Now they would have to gamble again if they want to keep this series going.
The first update now from a game going on in Cleveland. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. And that is now a 2-touchdown lead for the Browns in that game. That'll be a game to monitor as we go along. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with only 9 seconds remaining, and not much time, we'll see how they play this. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on top. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line.
Well, I'm in a Superdome, boy, just doing what I want.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way.
Yeah.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted for a time. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football. That one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key. Crucial. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Handoff comes to Cook. He'll get this down to the 21, just on the edge of the red zone.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
On second down, it's Cook again. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 104 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They'll run with Cook. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to trip a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
And those take notes, man.
On second down, Cook. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Hurts. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And that is no good. And the lead will hold at 3 touchdowns. So 1st and goal quickly turns into 4th and goal, and then 4th and goal turns into no points whatsoever.
That's a very disappointing sequence of events right there. And I, for one, would not want to be the kicker who has to run over to his head coach and explain that one.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. From the gun, it's Wilson. Sliding out of the pocket. He's got a man, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 34.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
A gain of 3, second down. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
On 2nd and 7, Wilson. This will be caught by Brown. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
14.
On first down, Wilson. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Montgomery back to the ground. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
25.
Play action. Now Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
Deeper.
Now Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Dante Hightower. And the Buccaneers are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he'll be taken down at the 18. 112 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. Ahead of the change now, 2nd and 2. Here's Wilson. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 7 yards there and a first down. To throw is Wilson. Open man once again, it's Thielen. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10. Down at the 33. Wilson. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. And he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. First down. Throwing again here, Wilson. He'll buy some time right. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And a nice run. They're going to take this close to the first down marker at the Bucs 14. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They'll run with Montgomery. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Second down and goal. Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Deeper. Touch 50.
Montgomery is into the end zone for a Saints touchdown. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively.
No, that touchdown rubbed me the wrong way.
To the good CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they thought.
Yeah, if you kept him out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on him. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they got a puncher's chance.
Extra point.
I gave him that. I'm insulted by
That's the lead to 28-14. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
I don't like that shit. I don't like that shit at all.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Now all of a sudden we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a 2-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before. When you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay, it's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to fast together a good drive right here and now.
Because defensively, got to be feeling confident. They haven't allowed a point this half. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. Play action. Here's Hurts. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Here's Hill on the return. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. They go play action with Wilson. And he's got this to Jefferson.
Oh, no.
A big-time play there for New Orleans. And even 60 yards. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Good job right there. Good job right there.
On 2nd and goal, Wilson. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Russell Wilson, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Saints have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Important extra point up and through. And now things get a little more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
That's too cute, man.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
Another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Here's Cook again. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. And the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Third down, here's a run by Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Watch out for Hill on the return. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
And they'll be looking for disrupt. Oh, he fakes the spike. Justin Jefferson bringing in the slam. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. And Charles, in this one, the 4th quarter became a lot more interesting, I know, than I anticipated. Probably you anticipated. A comeback bid falling just a little bit short.
You're never supposed to count a team out. And I know we didn't on air. But mentally, I just didn't see this type of a comeback, especially one that put them in a position to put the real pressure on them down the stretch.
So for the Bucs, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they'll return home next week to take on the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers.
Once again, I won that game with defense and running the ball. Watch some of the highlights. Watch some of his touchdowns at the end. So blitz. Alright. That's all, folks.